Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Mr. Almighty Lewis back at you with another video. Oh yes, and today we're going to be talking about how to deal with validation. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't hit the notification icon, make sure you hit that notification bell. You go kabam! You hit it. That way you're notified every time I upload a new video, which I am trying to do every single day. So far I haven't missed a single day, and I expect to keep it that way. And make sure you hit that like button. Of course, you know, you can do it right now, this very second, just because I'm asking you to do so. Or you can wait until the end of the video and see for yourself. If you actually like the video, then by all means, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, as an introvert, or just, you know, this could apply to extroverts as well, I suppose. But let's just say, I don't know, maybe you don't get enough attention, you know, and this is pretty common, you know, with introverts, because, you know, us introverts are very just, you know, we're just very self-centered. We like to keep to ourselves, and we don't necessarily socialize as much, and we try not to get ourselves involved with too many social gatherings, too many social activities. So for the most part, we're just in our own little space, you know. We're always doing our own thing, and that to us is very appealing, it's very pleasing and stuff like that. And so, you know, we sort of expect to continue to do that for, you know, quite a while, and that makes us happy. So there's really no reason for us to go and, you know, change that around, of course, unless we're inspired to do so, because, you know, there's something out there that we really want. And even though us introverts, you know, my bad, we tend to normally just be okay with that, sometimes we do want something that, you know, is going to involve us, you know, to step out of our introverted zone and step into, you know, a whole new territory where we may feel uncomfortable at first, but eventually, you know, once we get comfortable, we were able to be decently, you know, competent at whatever it is that we do. You know, you can take, for example, me making videos here. So, you know, as an introvert, you know, not many introverts actually love to make videos. That is something that's not very common. And the thing is that I myself, I had to really put in the work to make videos like these. And to this day, I still, you know, I'm not perfect. I still sort of stutter, and I struggle a little bit when I'm making my videos. But, you know, for the most part, I really enjoy making the videos, and for the most part, I think they're pretty decent, you know, so far from what I've heard from the feedback. You know, I try to do my best in these videos. By the way, they're very improvised. You know, I really don't do too many edits on these videos, and, you know, sometimes I don't do any at all. But anyway, going off in a tangent here. But yeah, so let's just say, you know, you're trying to step out of your, let's just say you're trying to make videos, for example, right? And you as an introvert, you see YouTube, you're like, damn, I wish I could be a YouTuber, you know. And, you know, there's always workarounds, you know, to do videos as an introvert. You don't have to necessarily, you know, show up in front of the camera. You can always do like things like, you know, behind the scenes type of deal. You can do voiceovers, you can do gameplays, you can do stuff like that. You know, you can do very cool and interesting videos where you don't necessarily have to show up on the video. And that's perfectly fine. You know, if you want to go make videos like those, then go for it. And, you know, nobody's stopping you. But, you know, there are those instances where you would like to make videos like these, you know, where you want to show up. And these videos could be, I don't know, they could be videos of you educating someone, like right here, or maybe you want to do tutorials, or you want to do entertainment videos, or you want to do pranks, you want to do, I don't know, there's just so many videos you can possibly make where you show up in front of the camera, right? And but you're an introvert, so you don't have necessarily that much experience, or you're not naturally inclined to go in front of a camera and start talking and socializing. I mean, it's already pretty tough enough to do that in front of a real person. Now imagine having to do it in front of a camera like I am doing right now. It's not necessarily that easy. So definitely, this is one of those cases where you'll have to step out of you'll have to step out of your comfort zone in order to get what you want, even though, you know, you're naturally not talented at that. But of course, you know, with enough practice and enough training, you can get yourself to a point where you're fairly competent. You're able to do things very, very well. And so yeah, so that's pretty much how that goes. But, you know, there is some instances where you don't quite understand that it's going to take a lot of work, that it's going to take that's going to take a very long time, and it's going to be a pretty harsh process, to get yourself to where you want to get to get those results. So what ends up happening is that you get stuck somewhere in the middle of asking people for validation. So because you're not extremely talented, you're not skilled, you feel the need to always be asking people, like, am I doing good enough? And sometimes you don't even have to ask. I mean, you pretty much just go and you show your work to other people, and for the most part, some people will, if you're not that good, if you're really not that good, they'll pretty much just be blunt with you and tell you that, you know what, your stuff sucks. But there is a difference. There is a difference between when you're receiving feedback. I actually made a video a while ago where I spoke about how to take in blunt. I forgot how I named that video, but it was about it was about just being able to deal with bluntness. Yeah, it was something about bluntness. So how to deal with that, how to actually properly manage that, because bluntness is something that it could be good, but sometimes it's not good because it's just blunt, but it doesn't have anything that you can take from it. So in that case, pretty much, it could be that the person is just trying to attack you and doesn't really like you, and so they're using this blunt tactic in order to hurt you and to hurt your feelings and to really tear you apart from the inside. Because in of itself, yes, the bluntness may be the truth, but at the same time, that person has no intention of actually helping you out, after the fact. So their job is just to attack you with the truth and just let you be. And so that, to me, is sort of it's not a very good thing to do. I personally do not like it, and I do not support it, and I don't do that at all, without actually helping out the person. So pretty much you get stuck in the validation state where you're constantly asking for validation. You want constantly people to approve of you, if you're doing good or not. Is this the right decision, or is this not the right decision? And so you're always looking out to people. You're always pinging, as they say, in the communication world, where you're pinging. Pretty much you're really looking for validation. You're looking for people to see what their responses is, and usually based on whatever the other individual's response is, you're going to calibrate your own actions. You're going to calibrate your own delivery in order for it to fit, whatever is going on around you socially. And so, so how do you actually manage that? Because that's not a very good good route to take when you start to do things off of validation. Like I said, you're always pinging, you're always looking for that reinforcement, and then that affects your actions. You don't want this to happen, because here's the thing, like whatever journey you're pursuing, whatever it is that you're pursuing, you always want to do it, based on the logic, based on whatever the steps are. You have to commit to a certain amount of steps. So if you're gonna go and make videos like these, and you're gonna be in front of the camera, and let's just say you're gonna do some educational videos like I am doing right here, then you gotta have a specific set of goals, a specific set of routines that you're gonna have to establish for yourself logically, that are gonna get you to that place where you'll be able to make the videos that you really want to make. Because at this point, let's be honest, if you haven't started yet, if this is your first time, you're just thinking about it, you have this great idea of you becoming a really good speaker, let's just say, in front of the camera, and you want to change lives, you want to teach people something in front of the camera. Let's be honest, at this point, you're not ready to do that. You're gonna make a couple videos at the beginning that are just gonna suck. They're gonna be horrible. All right. And who knows? And yes, you may have the money right now to go and afford the best type of equipment, the best type of everything, right? You might get good lighting, and everything might look nice. But if your content, if your delivery, if your way of structuring the videos isn't good, then most likely those videos are not going to do very well, no matter how good your equipment is. Somebody else who's using more not so expensive equipment, but knows how to make videos, has experience, and has done it for years, is going to pretty much do a whole lot better job than you are, and those videos are going to be far more watchable than yours are, even if that other person doesn't have the equipment that you do. So don't get caught up too much in the visuals. All right, make sure that your content is good. Of course, this is me talking about making videos, of course. But yeah, so like I said, you're gonna have those steps. So maybe for videos, maybe for the first month, you just want to get in front of the camera and just practice just just, talking to the camera, because that's really the first thing you got to do when you're trying to make videos. So get comfortable in front of the camera. So just pretty much, start talking and talking and talking like I am doing here. And perhaps you don't have to actually teach anything. You just talk to the camera. It's like if you were talking to a normal person. Maybe you want to share something that happened to you during the day or something, or a story or something along those lines, right? That's gonna force you to talk and communicate with the camera and really create that relationship. Once you get very comfortable with the camera, then you can start to talk more and more. And of course, then you can add scripts, or maybe you can do more improv, or change up the topics. Say you want to talk about this, and then little by little, you're gonna start getting more and more comfortable with the camera. But here's the thing, like sometimes you in the middle of this process, let's just say you're barely in the beginning stages, right? You go and you make these videos where you're just sharing a story. Let's just say you're doing storytelling through your videos, and you go and you take this and you go and you show it to somebody who has no experience with making videos themselves. Maybe they watch a lot of videos, so because of that you think that they actually know something. But no. Somebody that watches a lot of videos has no idea what it feels like to actually make one. All right, so no matter how many videos they've seen in their life, they will never understand what it's like to actually make one if they've never actually made one in the first place. So yeah, but let's just say for some reason you thought that was a good idea. I don't blame you. I did too at some point. And you go and you ask them, you tell them, hey, I made this video, I did a little bit of storytelling. I want to know your opinion as to, what do you think? Do you think this is cool or not? And then they go and they see the video, and then they're like, oh, I think that story, maybe you shouldn't do storytelling. Maybe you should cut the story a little bit shorter. Maybe you should involve this and this. Maybe you should speak a little bit louder. Maybe you should change up the setting. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. And then all of a sudden you have like 10, 20 changes to make to your videos. But here's the thing. That is not good for progress. First of all, it is not good for progress, because now you see it's throwing off your whole logical process. You have a process to follow, and you have to stick to it no matter what people tell you. If people tell you to change the background, you tell them fuck you, because right now we're not even concerned about the background. Who gives a shit about the background? Unless of course you have a very inappropriate background, then I guess change it. But other than that, if you have a decent background, like let's just say the one I have here, or maybe you just have a wall, or maybe it's just outside, it's a couple trees or something, don't change the background. If you like the background, that's cool. That's good enough. If you like the background, keep the background. You don't need to go change it. If you like the lighting, keep the lighting. Don't change those things. Even if people are telling you at the beginning, change this, change that, fuck you. Because you can't be changing everything all at once. You cannot optimize that early. But here's the thing. Sometimes, let's just say, you actually do concede. You concede, right? You say, you know what? Yeah, like, I guess, so then you go, you start changing all these things, and then you go back to the person, you're like, hey, I changed everything, I did everything you asked. And then they say, oh, yeah, that's good, right? That's good. Then you go to another person, they're like, who told you that, man? I think you should go and this, do that, and do that. So then you go and you do that, and then the other person that previously told you to do those changes is now like, why you change my changes? And then it's just like you get caught up in this whole validation loop where you're constantly trying to get validation from all these people. Who knows? These people could be your friends, your family, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and it's not good. It's not good. You definitely don't want their validation. Fuck their validation. This is your work. This is you. This is what you have in mind. Fuck them. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Like if they have a specific vision as to how to make videos, and they're so persistent with you, they're so insistent, they really want you to do it, then tell them to fuck off and to go do it themselves if they really feel like they want to do it. So, because it's really unfair, for you, because you have a logical process to follow. You got to do this, and so when somebody's trying to tell you hey, why don't you do this, why don't you do the other thing and stuff like that, then it just sort of throws it off and stuff. I'm sorry I keep on grabbing this thing, man. It's just a little bit sometimes I like to play around with things when I'm making videos. I don't know why. It's just a little impulsive thing that I have going there, but yeah. So like I said, I mean, always stick to whatever the plan is. You know, whatever plan you structured, you know, based on your research, based on the research that you've made ultimately. So if you're going to make videos, let's just say for educational purposes, go and do some research as to how people are doing these type of videos, and then based on a lot of research, you look at yourself and your own experience and what you think, you know, might be best, you know, what kind of plan might be better for you. Then you go and you articulate that plan, and then you execute it, you know, little by little. And whatever people tell you, all the feedback that you get, fuck them, because for the most part it's not going to be good feedback, you know, because people are just going to want to change up all your plans and the things that you've already got going and stuff like that. And you have to be strong. You have to be very, very strong and say, you know what, I'm not going to change. You know, I'm not going to change it. You know, no matter how much you insist, I am not changing this. And that's how you really have to approach it. You have to approach it from a place of, I am not going to change this. I'm going to do whatever the fuck it is that I originally wanted to do. Sure, listen to them. You know, there's a very good quote by Robert Downey Jr. I forgot exactly how it goes, but it was something along those lines of like, you know, you got to listen to people, and then eventually, you know, you do whatever the fuck you were going to do anyway. And so that's really the approach you want to take here, and stop going into that validation loop where you're constantly trying to get validated, and you're taking actions based on people validating you. So maybe you want to get this person to approve of you. You want them to validate you. So then there you are, you know, you're trying to please them. You're trying to do whatever it is that they're telling you to do, right? And the thing is that yes, you might make them happy, but then if you really think about it, you're not really making yourself happy anymore, because now you're doing it from a place of wanting to please them instead of wanting to do something that you actually love, which is making videos. And who knows, you might have a specific vision as to how you want to make the videos ultimately, but if you start listening to these people are going to take you in different directions, and so eventually, you know, you're going to end up in a place where you just are not going to be very happy. And so yeah, so always listen to yourself, always listen to your heart, always listen to what you want to do. Always be congruent to whatever it is that you're thinking, and always operate from that place. And I guarantee you're going to be so happy if you do this. So stop seeking validation in other people for the things that you want to do, and go and do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you get more videos like these, and make sure that you hit that like button if you made it to the end of the video. Make sure you hit that like button. Alright, so, and there's going to be a couple of videos here for you guys to watch, some more of my videos. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.